Hello and good evening. It's a late viewing and late at night and also a few weeks late, but we saw Wakanda Forever, the new Black Panther movie.
Yes.
And I liked it.
Okay.
You?
Good. I don't know. I'm still up in the air on it. I mean, I don't think it was... Uh-oh. Okay.
All right, there we go.
No.
So we have a new
Blooper for
camera and a new setup. So, woohoo!
So anyway, as I was saying,
you were saying,
I don't know. I'm still up in the air. I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't think it was great either.
Yeah, but we didn't think the first one was great. I mean, the first one was good, and I think this one is the same. I think it's good, but it's not great.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of indifferent at the moment, so I'm just like, it was okay. It was entertaining.
Well, that it was. But there were things that they did in this that it was, I think, a very welcome change of pace, which is why maybe I'm liking this a little bit more than I think, perhaps, just because it was almost very non-Marvel. Because a lot of it seemed dialed back. The comedy was dialed back.
Yes,
it was dealing with the emotions of
it allowed them to
Chadwick
settle
and that.
everything.
And,
yep.
And it was very, there
was a bit of somber air to it.
There was, and it was. I felt that it was as much a story about T'Challa's passing as much as it was a story about Chadwick Boseman's passing, which is both good and bad story-wise. Mm-hmm. However, I think they made it work story-wise overall for the most part. Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't too upset with their explanation because, I mean, things can happen. And
other than the fact that they have a freeze chamber and they didn't use it on it.
Shut up.
But, go on.
No, I mean, it was all right. It was interesting. It was, I mean, I don't know. I think that it was nice in the sense that they did allow the reverence for Chadwick. But sometimes it's like, I don't know. I think that with the way movies are nowadays, it's just easier to move on. I mean, we never got that kind of like, change or air about it like in the Harry Potter movies when Harris died. And
no, yeah,
it's but certain things, it's like, but I mean, I know that there's a lot of love for Chadwick, and I love him too. I think he's a great guy and a great actor.
Yeah,
so
I agree. It
sucks
that he died.
Yeah, but anyway, so that's that.
Yeah,
I don't want to dwell on that too much.
No, and I mean, we were worried who was going to be Black Panther.
Yes.
We all kind of knew who it was going to be.
Wasn't sure if I felt she was the right part.
And at the end of it, I still don't think she was.
No,
I think. Go ahead.
I mean, I wasn't really paying attention to trailers or anything for it because I just wanted to know. I just knew we were going to go and see it anyway, so there's no point to really watching or viewing any of the trailers or teasers. I think we saw the first one, and that was the only one that I ever remember seeing, which really didn't have anything. So I was not quite thinking that the mom would die. I think that killing her this soon into Shuri's tenure as the Black Panther, or the ability to become the Black Panther, I think it was too soon. I think she, as a character, she is not ready and strong enough yet to really be able to hold the mantle of not just Black Panther, but also the Queen. I mean, in essence, she's going to have to become the queen. They never actually declared who's going to rule Wakanda. No,
they kind of alluded to it though at the end, I think. And obviously spoilers, and but I think they alluded to that at the end, because I agree
M'Baka?
with you. Yeah, I agree with you, because one of the things that they did was, T'Challa had his Black Panther powers pulled away from him for anybody that wanted to challenge, and it's like there's no way Shuri can go one-on-one with anybody. I mean, she was so frail in this, and that was another thing that was really hard to take her seriously, the actress.
The fact that she was like super skinny.
Yes, like
she could
deathly
break any
skinny.
second.
It was really, I don't know. She had the arc of a similar arc of T'Challa in Civil War with the whole vengeance thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think by the end she hit that mark, that he did. But
I mean, there's no way she can truly command Queen. She doesn't have, not that she's not strong. She's strong in her own way, and she's strong in her beliefs, but she does not have the presence to
I don't think
that.
she's mature enough.
And that's really what I think it is. Is she's not mature enough. Like, even, T'Challa, obviously he'd been groomed by his father to become king.
Yeah.
So the fact that he was meant to be the ruler, they didn't bother with Shuri in training her on the subtleties of being a ruler.
And I think that was something that was a missed opportunity. And I agree with you. And it's like when it comes to the other characters, it's like I was loving the extra screen time with Okoye in the beginning.
Yes.
And it's like, she's
one of our favorites.
I found out like the bulk of the side characters were more intriguing than the leads of Namor and Shuri. It's, it's like the Queen, what she was going through was interesting. I think, I think Angela Bassett did a really well done job, portraying the pain, and even Okoye, that one scene where she's stripping her, that was rough.
Intense.
That was tense, but that was, you were seeing the emotion, and I think, that's where this movie really was shining, is when it was doing that. And I appreciated the writer and the director and everybody letting those moments stick. They weren't doing what they normally do. And I can never remember, was it Nyong'o's character?
Yeah, I can't remember
I was
name.
Disappointed that
she wasn't there for that first part.
Yeah, she was gone for so long. And M'Baku was great, and when the scenes when he was in it, he was impactful. The scene, where he's giving counsel to Shuri, that was amazing. It's just all these extra characters were really impressive.
Yes.
And it was a little bit of shame that we didn't get more of that with the, what are they called? The Talcorans?
Yeah.
The Atlanteans.
So to speak, Atlanteans.
But I thought the costume designs of everything was pretty nice.
Except for the stupid blue helmet. I did not like.
Oh, but that's true. I felt the Black Panther costume was too gaudy.
Yeah, it was.
And yeah, those super. Well, actually, I felt all the super suits were really poor.
Yeah.
Because we didn't even touch on Riri, but like her Ironheart machine, I giggled because it looked like something it looked like RC from Transformers.
Yeah.
It was.
I could see that.
That's why I giggled, because it just looked corny. It looked really out of place. But likewise, so did the blue costumes. Were just terrible.
Like the moment I saw them, I'm like, okay, so we're getting a blue version of Court of Owls from DC.
Yeah,
got it. Okay. So to me, I'm like, are these Talons? What are they? They're not striking me with any kind of good feels at the moment, because it's like totally different universe.
Yeah.
But
and they still did the whole, I have to speak, so my helmet goes away, then just to come close back up. I'm like, look, we know who's under it.
Do we now?
I would say that, the bulk of these actresses the core, Okoye and
her sister.
And,
No.
I mean, even Riri was pretty good, but they still did the Iron Man thing. But they're good enough. They're solid enough actresses. They don't need the mask. I mean, they don't need to unmask to say a line.
The only time that it was worth any of them to unmask to say the line was when Okoye was, goading the one guy that they were that she kind of got pit against, so to speak. That was the only one that really needed it.
Yeah.
Just because he needed to make sure he was getting the right person.
Yeah.
but
I
other
mean,
than that, I mean,
it was. I did like it, and the music was nice overall. There was a couple oddities with the score, kind of bounced around with different tones, but overall I did like the score to it. It was it was the same composer, and there were themes from the first one that were intersped through it. So I was like, it was.
You would know.
Yeah. So I thought that was nice. I liked how it was done, but
The one other thing that I will also mention is the fact that we know that this is almost a 3-hour movie. I think it's like 20 minutes or less than 20 minutes shy of 3 hours.
it was long.
It was long. There was only one moment in the middle that I was like, all right, can we speed this along? But after that, it just kind of moved.
Yeah, I heard a couple complaints about that the length was an issue, and I didn't feel it was. And maybe on a follow-up watch, maybe it will be.
Yeah, but I mean,
But
overall,
I think as a first view, I think that was fine. The length was fine.
Yeah, like I could have. I mean, we've been in movies before where you're like, oh my god, is this thing
I
over?
didn't have to pee throughout the whole thing, so that's a plus, right?
That is a plus. But I mean, I also didn't feel like it was. By the time it got to the final battle, I'm like, oh wait, have we gotten through like 2 hours already?
We're here, yeah.
I was like, okay, all right. So, I mean, other than that one little hiccup in the middle, and I don't even think it was when the guy was explaining his backstory.
Backstory, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it was right before that for some reason, or maybe shortly thereafter that, like I think maybe, I don't know. But anyway, there was only one moment that it just felt a little long, but then after that, it just kind of kept rolling.
It kind of moved, yeah. So.
Without too many explosions.
Yeah, it suffered a little bit from Marvel CGI Big Battle End, but once more, they did dial it back. I didn't feel it was. I felt it made more sense than it did in the first one. The first one, they had a big battle, and it felt like we just need big battle. This one at least felt needed to some sense, because you knew two warring factions were going to go at it.
Yeah.
So I get that. I think they did a better job on that front. And overall, I liked it better than the first one, but maybe not by much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm still indifferent. I'm not sure which one I like better. I'd have to rewatch the first one again to really kind of feel one way or another.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, it's all right for me.
Liked it.
I didn't mind
Chadwick
it,
was missed, and that's the biggest thing. Is I think the movie would have been much better with Chadwick, but it also would have dealt with different story would have been different.
Yeah.
But anyways,
so, I mean, there's probably a lot more that we could say, but in the overall, it's all right.
Yeah,
Go see it.
Better than the other. A lot
better than
the recent Marvel crap that they've been offering this year. So
absolutely,
we'll take it.
Exactly. So I guess it's a win.
Yeah,
it's a win.
Yay!
All right.
Cool.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Indeed.
And now that it's almost 1 a.m., we'll catch you at the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.